the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Alright, race fans, welcome live tonight here for the SimSpeedShop.com Cup Series at the SRA, and we're at the big track here in Michigan with the Cup cars. Well, that's right, big time power. Actually, let me rephrase that. They killed a lot of the big time power. It still got speed, but it's going to be a lot different style race in Michigan than we're used to seeing with the new package and all. Well, I'm Joe White up here in the booth, accompanied by the young man himself, Ethan Kirks. How you doing, Ethan?
I'm doing pretty good. I say this every week, and I know it's going to be true, but I'm looking forward to a good race tonight.
Hey, look, and I say it myself, man. I look forward to these guys week in and week out. I always say it's for some of the best out here. And I tell you, it's going to be, and the reason I'm probably looking at, this week as, as maybe like a race that's kind of going to be unique to watch it because, one, the new package they brought about, the 2019 package in iRacing, and obviously the difference in speed. But anyway, let's go read these guys up because, well, we call him the Superman. He's out front, Jake Nichols. Femi Alot's going to start in second. Third place starter Kyle Putz. There's a nightmare man himself, David Shutt, sitting in fourth. Fifth place man, hey, he's popular, Tyler Sifford. Brad Boswell sitting in sixth. Seventh place starter Connor Anton. Tommy Gossip sitting in eighth. Ninth place starter Stephanie Lessentine. Girl power out there. Look at that. He's about to come up here and show all these boys how to race tonight. And Ariadne, the hit man, well, if he gets a shot on you, it's over with. That rounds the top 10s. Look to the rest of this all-star studded field. It is going to be a good one here in Michigan.
Yes, it is. And I got to race a little bit with the new package at Michigan's sister track, Auto Club Speedway. And if it's going to be anything like that, we're definitely going to be in for a good race tonight.
Oh, well, and like I said, I did a broadcast the other night, Cup Cars at Michigan, and I'm going to tell you, I was delightfully surprised. Now, obviously, it looks cool, looks exciting for us to watch up here and the viewers and all. I know it's got to be nerve-wracking because, well, it brings about it as almost like a plate track. Those guys were always, there's places wide enough to go 2 and 3 wide, so you got plenty of room here. But it seemed like that's pretty much what they were a lot of times, were 2 and 3 wide. And they got fanned out a little bit, single file on a green flag pit stops. But even then, with the green flag pit stop, they actually got stuck back up together. So it was like, that was short-lived.
Yeah, this is definitely a lot more similar to a plate track than we've seen at this racetrack in the past. These guys are going to be clumped together, and a lot of people have said that these cars may be easier to drive, which I think is the case, but the stress level is up a lot because, like you said, you're 3 wide all the way around the track, and you don't have any time to let up or take a deep breath. You're always on it.
Yeah, now the speeds are a little bit more down. You got to rely more on that draft and all. We'll get into that as the race goes on here and show you what we're talking about. Used to, you get at about 206 mile an hour down the front stretch. Nowhere near that now. Even in the draft, you might get 192 out of these cars, 194. But, yeah, significantly. It's the less power. In real NASCAR, they took a lot of power out of these cars. They put more aero in them. And pretty much that's what iRacing mimicked.
Yeah, but like I said, this is still going to be a great race. Like you said, 2-3 wide. These restarts, I think, are going to be really exciting. Some guys maybe further in the back are trying to get a little bit more track position, try to improve themselves, because it's going to be difficult to pass. I think the later we get into a run, well, maybe not later in the run, but early in the run, I definitely think it's going to be difficult to pass. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot of action on these restarts.
All right, I agree with you on that one there, Ethan, man, as we're getting set here to go green flag racing here to get this thing kicked off here tonight. Pace cars coming out of turn 4. It's going to drop off on pit road. Let these guys go to work here at Michigan, a 2-mile track. It is big in nature, big in stature here tonight. So here we go. Pace cars in. The green flag is about to fly. Jake Nichols is going to lead them off into turn number 1. As green flag's in there, we're racing here at Michigan.
Sir Femi Olot getting a good run to start on the restart. Going to be clear of Jake Nichols, it looks like, into turn 1. He's getting pushed by David Shutt. 2 Toyotas in the top 2, but Shutt's looking to enter in second there. They're side by side. Out of turn 2, Jake Nichols going to clear David Shutt and going to get up and get the push from him as he's going to try to get back past Femi Olot here. 2x2 Kyle Putz pushing Femi Olot now, and Tyler Sifford, and I believe that's Connor Anton. Yep, Connor Anton back in 6. Whoa, Shutt getting a little loose there up the track. He's going to lose a ton of spots, and 19 of Femi Olot, or not Femi Olot, excuse me, Ariotti getting a little loose, and that's going to involve David Shutt, or excuse me, Robert Burris, and the caution's out, but Jake Nichols going to be your leader. That was an exciting first lap there. Caution early, not what we want to see, but I'm sure we'll have Joe try to go back and look at the replay as soon as he gets back there. But fortunate for Ariotti, he was looking to have a good run tonight. Not really sure what happened. It looked like Ariotti just got loose there. The same thing David Shutt did, and then Robert Burris, nowhere to go. Heavy contact into that left side of Ariotti. Might put it into Robert's day. I think Ariotti might be okay, but you're going to be single file, and catching the pace car and then going down pit road. Leaders catching up to the pace car. Pit road, I believe, should be open this time. It'll be interesting to see if we have any takers early. I highly doubt it, but we'll see if any of the top 5, like Jake Nichols, Femi Olot, Kyle Putz, Connor Anton, or Tyler Sifford come down. Brad Bothwell sitting at 6th. Tommy Gossett, Stephanie Lessentine sitting 7th and 8th, and Dante Ballard and Dwayne Culberson round out your top 10. Some takers towards the back of the field. It looks like Tommy Gossett's going to be the first one to dive down. The top, about 6 or 7, I believe, stay out. But yeah, Tommy Gossett's going to be our first taker down pit road. David Shutt, the car you saw getting loose off of turn 2, or off of turn 4 there, coming in, getting a fresh set of tires as well. John Furness, Ariotti, obviously. James Coulibaly also pitting, along with Anthony Emery, Justin Garris, Robert Burris, Lachlan McMillan. In about the second half of the field, I think, is a fair assessment. Yeah, just for a little bit, Becky. He should be back soon.
All right. See what we got here. No, y'all didn't lose me. I had to step away just for a second. Sorry about that. Well, let's not run the caution. Apologize for that one. Did not get to see what that was. Ethan, you still here? You get to see what that one was
I'm right
on?
here. A couple cars got loose in turn 4. The two I can think of were David Shutt and Ariati. Ari, I believe, is the cause of that caution. I never went back to make sure that's what it actually was. But it looked like Ariati just got loose out of turn 4, and Robert Burris had nowhere to go, I know. But I'm assuming that's what the caution was for.
Well, Zoltan also might have been involved. He's out of the race so far.
Oh, yeah, he just fell through. It looks like he's having some technical difficulties there. But yeah, I'm almost positive the caution was for the 19 and the 7.
Well, like I say, I appreciate Ethan, man. He was holding the fort down for me there for a second. I had to step away there. Sorry about that. But, man, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a good one. You can already see that these guys are pretty much just side by side, man. They're right there on top of each other.
Yeah, definitely. That was chaos when David Shutt got loose. I think that kind of checked the whole field up. And I think Ariati was a victim of that, innocent bystander that got affected by that. And it's unfortunate to see him take damage so early in the race. But I think Robert Burris is the one that's going to have to be really worried. I mean, he just T-boned Ariati. He had nowhere to go, but really unfortunate to see 2 fast cars get taken out early.
Absolutely. Well, it looks like the race lights off on the pace car. We're set to go back green flag racing here tonight, Michigan International Speedway. Jake Nichols still leading them here. Femi Lott there in second. Kyle Putz in third. Connor Anton in fourth. Here we go. Getting set to go back green flag. Pace car ducks off on pit road. Jake Nichols, man, is going to lead him to the line. Drop the hammer. We're back at it again here. Big track of Michigan. Let's see what these bad, fast boys can do.
Jake Nichols got a way better restart than he did on the original start. I don't know if Connor Anton didn't push the 11er as well, or if the 11 was just sleeping, but it looks like Jake Nichols, Kyle Putz, and Tyler Sippel will all clear. Connor Anton's trying to, but Demi looks like he's going to have a run off the corner.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's just kind of single file right now, trying to bide their time. They understand that this car, man, drafts so well right here. You got to give a call. Speaks to the say, got to get her shout out there, Stephanie Lessentine. Well, she's out there saying, look, guys, I'm a girl. And that's right, she's a girl. But the 11 got in the way, Femi Lott. And she just had to be like a girl. And, well, kind of just showed him. Get out the way.
Yeah, and that's the product of how this racing is. You want to get in line, you don't want to be left out, and Femi Lott, it felt like he's going to get freight trained, which I don't blame him, just trying to get in line, trying to save that track position, but just, I guess he wasn't clear. I don't...
Probably spotter thought he said, yeah, he probably thought he was clear. That's what it looked like. You're right.
When it's that close, it's very difficult for your spotter to tell.
Yeah, I mean, I like making jokes, folks. I mean, I know Stephanie wouldn't go out there and try to slap some guys around. Well, she might try to go slap some guys around. You never know. But, hey, it looked like he kind of just thought he was, clear. Little contact there between the two. And that's kind of some of the stuff we're going to see here tonight. But it's good to see Stephanie, man, up there in fifth. I don't want to jinx her, or anything like that. It was good to see old Ethan up there last night, too. I think I jinxed you, man.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Got caught up in a couple of wrecks last night. We've been getting them qualifying positions. I think we've had 2 starts within the top 5 in my first 3 races. I missed the first one, but definitely get the qualifying down. We just can't get the rest of the race down. But
we were rooting for you.
Yeah, I was too. I was surprised. It was like lap 15. I was like, wow, I'm still up here, and I got a little bit of a gap behind me, but. That closed up quickly, but we'll look to rebound next week. I think it's at Lucas Oil, which is going to be interesting.
Yeah, it'll be interesting here. Man, I tell you what, well, right now, Jake Nichols, the man out front. Kyle Putz right there in second. Hey, look at that Tyler Sifford, Mr. Popularity. He's up there in the third. Connor Anton to fourth. And Stephanie Lessentine right there sitting in fifth. Her last name reminds me of the Lipton tea for some reason.
I mean, it's a little bit longer, but...
Yeah, but it's just Lessentine. It just reminds me of, I don't know, Lipton iced tea for some reason. I don't know, it just has that ring to
You
it.
thirsty?
Anyways.
You might just go get a drink, Joe.
Yeah, well, I do got some drink beside me. I gotta have a drink. Not I'll be over here like talking, like that after a while. Becky said she had a prison break over there. Okay.
Yeah, I
She's
saw
about
that.
to-
Tyler texted us about that earlier. That's not fun.
Man, yeah, Stephanie does race really hard. I know she's just had. I've watched some of the SR races in the past and the Cup Series in the past and whatnot, and I know she's been very frustrated and, a lot of times her job, though, too, just very busy and whatnot. But I know she's been very frustrated in the past. She comes out here just to have fun. I've said it a million times, though. They changed this package on the Cup car. And I take nothing away from anybody out there because the people who's going to be fast, the guys and girls are going to be fast, they're going to be fast, okay? They're still going to be fast, all right? And hey, you're right, Becky. Lecithin lip. Hey, look, I mean, that just means I think maybe she's just sweet as sweet tea. There you go. I mean, how's that for a rebound effect for you, Becky? Anyways, I said it a million times here, Ethan. Because I feel like I'll even put myself in this category. I'm not the best at it. I love the Cup cars even before and now. And I've tried the new package too, and I like it. But I feel like you're going to see some people up there who weren't that good in the old package actually maybe excel with this new one.
Yeah, I'd put. Don't shy away, Joe. I'd put myself on that list too. I got to race last week, unfortunately, due to some circumstances, but. It was definitely the field has definitely tightened up. I've noticed I'm a little bit faster in the Cup car, and we were joking around earlier. I said I'd made the wrong decision to come up here with you in the booth because I might have had a couple shots to win some of these races this year.
Absolutely, and I tell you, and that's what I'm saying is I actually was running, and when it first came out, I was off some of those reads, and I tested some of the cars, and I was like, I staying competitive with a lot of guys. I'm like, hey, there you go, but. It's interesting to see. I mean, obviously, guys like Jake, guys like Ben, guys like those. I mean, those guys are still going to be fast no matter what. I mean, they could drive these things without tires on them. Okay, I mean, they're just bad fast. And a lot of guys out here, man, are going to be. But I take somebody like Stephanie, who has said herself she struggled. A couple times she's like, man, I'm just going to quit. I've heard her say that to Chad. It's like, I might just give up. But she still, she persevered, still kept going, still kept coming in here, still having fun. And now maybe this package here is something that might help her. Now, obviously, you got to finish the race. We're only 10 laps into 100 race, 100 laps. You got to finish this thing,
Yeah, there's that famous saying, to finish first you must finish. And that's definitely true here with how close these guys are racing, guys and gals are racing. And you definitely have to be conservative, save the tires. Tires are so important in this package because especially if you miss the line here, you're going to be pushing straight into the fence, which you don't want. That'll end your day really quickly. But you talked about Ben Nelson. I don't see him in the field tonight, so that's going to be
off tonight.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Might be some championship implications for him if he does have a drop week, but something to keep an eye on later in the season if he misses another one.
Yeah, he said last night that he wasn't going to be able to make tonight. He kind of hated it because the track it was here, but he said he wasn't going to be able to make it. So, yeah, you're right there. And I mean, because normally we see him up there. Another name that we don't see out here, that I haven't seen a couple times, Bobby Zielinski. Used to see him in the Cup Series here. But, we still got a slew of drivers here. And it is a who's who of names out here as we're getting set to go back. Green flag racing. Old Delonte there, man. I tell you what, look, old Delonte, he's out there in the chat, chit-chatting. Boy, you better race, man. He ain't got time to be chit-chatting. Pace cars in, we're going back green flag. Jake Nichols, Kyle Putz, and, well, they're already 3 wide back in the back.
Yeah, Delonte making moves that look like they're on that restart. Yeah, you got a really good restart. Got around Brad Bothwell, and he's going to try to get up to Connor Anton and a little bit further.
Next, Yella, Delonte, and y'all going to be answering questions in the chat. Okay, well, right now, you might want to answer the question of you go to the outside. You're coming up through the field right now. Looking pretty good, and he's bringing Riley Waynes and Brad Boswell there with him.
Yeah, definitely. Kyle Putz giving the bumper to Jake Nichols, and that's going to be something interesting to watch as the runs these guys get. And bump traffic, that's going to be big. The inside lane stacked up a little bit there. There's contact between Trudell and Brad Bothwell. Bothwell going to have an impressive save as we're going to stay green, but chaos early in this race, I'm not surprised by.
Absolutely. Another thing we talk about, draft and being very aggressive here. Let's watch this replay real quick, though, man, on the save Brad Boswell did. He got checked up a little bit when he did. Him and the 84 got together, and a very good save right there, but...
That's not good. That might end Jake Nichols' day right there. Contact between him and Connor Anton sent Jake's car out of control, and Jake hit the wall hard.
Let's go back on the replay and watch it. Watch the replay. They were side by side, and he drove up the track and then got into Delonte. And you're right, Jake into the wall hard. Delonte Ballard was able to save it, but Jake Nichols not so much on that one. Let's go back and watch a different angle. Yeah, you saw Connor Anton had to run to the outside. Jake was there. The 40 of Kyle Putz pushed. Looked like Jace just kind of pushed up the track when he did, got loose, bounced off the side of Delonte Ballard. Delonte held on to it, but Jake destroying that car, and you're right, pretty much probably going to end his night.
It was a strange incident there. I think Delonte just jinxed himself and Jake by saying that in chat, but
yeah,
really strange there. I don't know if Connor thought he was clear or if Jake was running lower or what. That's getting really unfortunate.
All right. Yeah, under caution here, and some side by side, and Delonte out there talking about good save. See, look, you out there trying to be texting and driving. Shame on you.
Apparently, our broadcast wasn't good enough for Delonte and Jake, and look what happened to him now.
Yeah, they hit so hard, man, and knocked my OBS off. And Jake said it towed his car out. Yeah, I would say so, man. You hit the wall pretty hard. Wow. Now look who's in fourth place. Stephanie. We're going to have to root for the girl power tonight.
I mean, why wouldn't we any night? Or every night?
Well, I'm rooting for them because, I mean, I particularly like girls. I mean, nothing against the guys out here, but, you know, listen to Jake out there, so much impatience. Hey, man, looked like you were low. He was high. Car got tight, man. Just saying. Maybe Jake one time in a million ran out of skill.
I don't know about that one, Joe.
Hey, it can happen to the best of them. And I mean, this track here, with this package, it's you can be aggressive to an extent. I mean, it's still a cup car. You still got to respect the cup car. But I think what this thing has done has made more aggressive style racing.
Yeah, it's definitely made these guys more aggressive.
The girl power actors. Well, we appreciate all the viewers out there, man, everybody. Listen at him, making excuses. Man. We don't want to hear excuses,
He's
man.
not wrong. I mean,
We don't want to hear excuses. We just want to hear the man, you just ran out of room. We're going to call it like we see it. I don't care what drivers say. Look, go complain to Bobby. He's the owner and race officials. That's what I tell the drivers anyway. But I mean, that's the product of this track. You know, that's just how this place is going to be. I mean, it's almost like plate track racing in a nutshell. Plate track racing, you see a lot of blocking, you see a lot of side drafting, and you know that's what you're going to see here too.
Yeah, you're not wrong, and you said it a little bit ago. It's gonna make these guys are gonna be more aggressive. You know, there's more grip in these cars. They're they're going to have more confidence, and incidents like that are going to happen, whether it's just miscommunication or
Yep.
just unfortunate events that going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, you got two strong guys going for the lead up there and battling it out. And, I think a lot of what I was listening to some of these guys in practice, and they were talking about, we could take it 4 wide here, but the guy on the high side's not going to benefit from it. So maybe that's it. You can maybe take it 2 and 3 wide, but at some point it's just not going to work out. I mean, it's exciting for us. I know it's nerve-wracking for the drivers. I know like Jake and I know Delonte and him out there. I know it's nerve-wracking to have guys do what, come up in there, man, and dive into turns and stuff, but you almost have to drive that track like this. Unless you want to ride behind somebody. We're getting set to go back. Green flag racing. Connor Anton's the man up front. Kyle Putt's there, and Stephanie Lessentine sitting in third. Riley Wayne's fourth. David Shutt up to fifth. Pace cars in. Here we go. I mean, these guys will figure it out. They'll figure out that, it's going to be a long race, and we got to be patient side by side here. As looks like that Tyler Sifford.
No, David Shutt making it 3 wide on the start. Yeah. Might have gotten a little help from the leader there, getting a countdown or something like that, but he got a good restart and wanted to get clear Stephanie into 3 or into 1, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. He's going to have to fall back in line.
I think that's what they were talking about right there, the car on the high side. You could go 3 wide, but it just won't pay off for the guy on the high side there. You see Stephanie power that thing to the high line. She's in third right now, looking to take more. I just got a feeling you're looking at a mini plate track race here on a 2-mile track.
Yeah, I definitely think that's the case, and they're 2 by 2, 3 rows back. Tyler Sifford in 6th there, looking to make up some ground. It's definitely draft-oriented as David Shutt making it 3 wide. He's got a strong run. Connor Anton going to block that. Maybe get the bump draft. But the draft is just so important. You see Dwayne Culberson riding up in 7th, I believe. Strong run for him so far, and looked like that inside lane got a little checked up. I don't know if they were pinched or what, but that inside lane's going to get checked up as David Shutt goes for the race lead. Absolutely.
I just don't think anybody has an edge right now trying to figure this place out. But look at that. David Shutt goes to the lead right now. He's bringing Stephanie along with him. Connor Anton flows up the track. The 98 behind him, Tyler Sifford right there. He got that crazy squirrel on the hood. That thing, he's probably got his one eye twitching right now.
And he's pushing second place. Who's that? Stephanie Lessentine, I believe. Yeah.
Going for the lead.
They're running really low there. I think they're going to check them up a little bit. Yeah, that outside lane's going to get the run off of turn 2. Connor Anton clears for second as Kyle Putz goes for third, and looks like he's going to get it into turn 3 as he does. Connor Anton going for the race lead now.
You saw the draft right there on the bad stretch, and he powered. But the problem is, same thing to Jake right there. You just saw what Connor Anton did, and Stephanie went door to door with Tyler. But you just saw right there, Connor Anton got a run, dove down to the inside, but then that car washed straight up the track. He caught it in time, but I got a feeling that's just basically the same thing we saw on the wreck earlier. You could get a run going into the turn, but I'm telling you, that car wants to wash up the track very, very quickly.
Yeah, that's something these drivers are going to have to keep worried about. Femi Olot losing a lot of ground off turn 2. That's Justin Garrison going for 5th now on Connor Anton, and this track is really line sensitive to you. If you hit a seam the wrong way or hit the apron, the car is going to go spiraling out of control. That's something these drivers are going to need to keep an eye on. Battle for the race lead as Kyle Putz clears back behind Shutt, but definitely going to be looking for the race lead into turn 1, and he's trying everything he can do to get there.
Yeah, David Shutt still out front, holding on to it. Kyle Putz there in second. You got Tyler Sifford hanging to third behind him. A good side-by-side battle. There's Justin Garris there along with Dwayne Culberson. And you've got John Feronis. He's back there too. Man, you're right. I think the draft just plays a astronomical part in here tonight.
Yeah, it is. Kyle Putz and David Shutt maybe trying to get away from this pack a little bit. Tyler Sifford in third. Side-by-side battle for 4th. Friends, as they clear that out, Friends, Justin Garris and Dwayne Culberson. And then the battle for 6th is on back is pretty tight.
I see this one back here. Yeah, I see back here at about 11th, 12th spot, man. You see it back here. You got the 22, Stephanie Kyle's back there. Delonte Ballard's in the mix, along with her, the 44 there, James Kullaby. I think that's what it is. Kullaby?
Koulibaly, but you're close.
Koulibaly, yeah. We'll be all right. That's why I got you up here. Remind me. You're the scholar. The educated one here, man. Come on now.
3 wide, almost 4 wide back in the pack, it looked like. Lachlan McMillan, James Koulibaly, and Delonte Ballard.
Hey, that's Lachlan McMillan. Okay, Big Mac. Attack. He told me that was right, that it was Mac, because I used to call him McMillan also. McMillan, so I call him the Big Mac man himself. Mac Attack. You remember that?
Should I?
I don't know. You're a little young, so. You know, I go from one extreme to the other. I go from Moses' age to just like newly born. I mean, I'm telling you. had Andrew up in the booth with me last night, and he was really young. He couldn't tell me what the swamp thing was back in the day, and it's like, really? Come on, dude.
I don't know if the stream did, but I lost you there for a little bit, lagging there. But they're 3 or single 5 for the top 5, but the battle for 6, Femi Olot and Connor Anton heating up side by side. Femi Olot getting around on 5th place, Dwayne Culberson too.
Yeah, we have got battles all over the track, and that's kind of just pretty much what we're going to have here night after night, because everybody right there is single file up front. Your battle's on back here in the back. Actually, you got Lachlan right there. He's battling with Kyle. They're going to go door to door. That's for the 9th to 10th place spot.
Sir Josh Robin wants to get his name up in there, battling for that 10th spot, that final stage point as well. Stage point, I don't know when the stage is going to be. You know when the stage is going to be, Joe?
Probably 50. It was 50 last night. Usually it's...
this is only a 100-lap race.
He usually tells me...
I'll find out right here, 40.
Tells
stage
me,
op's 40.
Okay, it's 40 then. Okay. It was 50 last night, so it's 40. All right. Well, a little over halfway then.
Yeah, 15 to go.
And folks, the top 10. So Josh Robbins right there, battling with Lachlan. That'll actually be, so the top 10 gets bonus points. As you see, Lachlan right there on the inside of Josh. They're going to try to battle it out door to door, but I'm going to tell you, this race is going to be setting up for a good one, good finish here tonight.
Yeah, I definitely think so. Robin getting a little high off turn 4 there. I got to give him the preferred lane here. Maybe not in 3 and 4, but in 1 and 2. It's going to be a good battle as Stephanie Lessentine and Riley Wyatt, who lost a lot of time getting checked up there earlier. Look to call their way back up there, but Josh Robin clears, at least for now, in the 10th spot.
Yeah, Jake's back out there. Just unfortunately, man, going to be some laps down. Just trying to get some points, maximize his night and effort here. You can just see, though, damage and draft here plays a big, huge part in this track. As right now, David Shutt's still the man out front. He's got the Kyle Putz right there behind him. Tyler Sifford's running in 3rd. And Justin Garris, well, look at that, having a good run here tonight.
Yes, he is. I got to root for him a little bit. You know, he's running under Ethan Kurtz Racing, which is really cool of him to do. A real-life Legends car driver down in North Carolina, so that's pretty cool. And Femi a lot wants to get to his inside, but he's got a little bit more ground to make up.
Okay, well, we don't want to jinx him too much. I mean, you haven't rubbed off on him or anything, have you?
I sure hope not.
I had to say that. Looking good, though. Got a good-looking car out there.
He does. That top 5 starting to close up a little bit. I mean, a lot. Definitely has a really fast car if they're starting 2nd, I believe. Yeah, 2nd. So he's going to try to get back up there. Get back up into 2nd, maybe even in 1st.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's kind of single file, but they're right there on top of each other. I mean, obviously the draft plays a huge, huge factor here. You could pass about any time you wanted to at this place, but I think these guys have learned, let's calm down a little bit. Being aggressive out here, which you can. I mean, if that's your way of your driving, you want to be, you can. Might lead to be not might not work out to your favor.
No, definitely not.
All right. Because you see the top guys right there, but who's that? It's Connor Anton. He's back in the 8th. Got John, let's see if I get his last name. Furnace. I want to say Furnace, but it's not.
I never asked him, so I don't. We need to figure that out.
Furnace. I think it's close to Furnace. Something like that. Kyle Trudell right there in 9th. Got a nice looking paint job. You can get close up on it.
Mobile One machine?
Is that what it is?
I believe so.
Yeah, sure is. That's nice looking.
Yeah, it is.
Right now, all these guys, like I said again, they're all about single file. Bobby Chaney, Mr. Consistency. He's out there running about 19th. He's right behind Delonte. Well, for the moment, he's going to look to the outside of Delonte, try to take that spot from him.
But Delonte Ballard definitely going to put up a fight here. There we go. I was having trouble finding him.
Yeah, I think the damage is hurting. And I think that's another thing with Stephanie. She's got a little bit of damage on the side. I got a contact up there with Tyler, man. It just went side by side with some good hard racing, and it's falling back to 16th right now. This place, it's going to be aero dependent.
Yeah, this place is aero dependent well before the 2019 package, and with drafting being such more of a factor, it's going to hurt you even more. And you saw Delonte running up top 10, top 5 before that damage, and that's really just shows you how much it hurts you when you get that damage now. And it wasn't even his fault he got that damage. He was just in the wrong place, wrong time.
Absolutely. Ariotti, man, just way off the pace. Early on, he got, caught up in the mix. Out here, 24th, just trying to make some laps. Last person on the lead lap right now. Jake is 3 laps down out there. Fortunately, caught up in a wreck early on. Just kind of looking through the field here as most of the racing is going on back here in the back.
These guys putting on a show. I believe that's 47 of Matt Kemp. Yes, it is. Fighting Bryce Sinisak right now with Stephanie Lessentine and Bobby Cheney right in front of them, 2x2.
Bobby's trying to move it up there. He's one of those guys that, well, he hangs back in the back a little bit. And towards the end of the race, forget about it. He's right there. You can just see. Oh, he's going to have to save it. Whew, good
nice save by Bobby Cheney there, yeah.
And again, let's go back and see. Dove on the inside. Watch this car. It drives and pushes up the track. He gets close to Stephanie's door coming out of the turn, and that's just the product of this package and a product of what this track I'll get it here in a minute. Track is going to bring. You can be aggressive, but again, it's not going to work.
Yeah, the line here and there is very, you have to be very careful when you run that line. He's got enough talent to run it. There's no question about that. The car will just take off on you like it did. I think he got a little bit tighter than he anticipated and got into the side of Stephanie there. But that line, if you go below that low seam, you got to be really careful. And even the best guys on iRacing, I've seen a couple Peak Series drivers do it, get loose running that low. You just got to be really careful down there.
Yep. And also, too, even here, you talk about getting, really loose going below the seam. Seems like also these cars will get very tight and want to just shoot straight up the track, and that's what we've seen a lot of these guys happen right there. Just the car on the outside has that line, which they need to come off the turn, and just don't work out too well.
Yeah, and keeping your momentum up is important, too. I mean, you saw how much time those guys lost running the bottom lane. Sometimes they'd get checked up, like Stephanie or Riley did. I don't believe they have any damage, but they just got so slowed up because they lost all their momentum. They fell back really far.
Yep. David Shutt still the man out front here. Kyle Putz right there on the back deck lid. Tyler Sifford having a good, he's the one-armed man out there, having a good run in third. At least that's what they tell me. He's got one arm.
I think he's regained the second one. I'm not really sure though.
Oh, okay. So he got his. Well, Becky and him could chime in. Did he get his second arm back? I mean,
did he find it?
Yeah. We're curious up here because He's doing pretty good. He must be feeling pretty good here tonight. Well, don't want to jinx him with the broadcast jinx on him, but, you know, he's looking good.
Yes, he is. His friend, Justin Garrison, right behind him. A strong run for him. We talked about him a little bit earlier, and then Kyle Putt's right in front of them. They should be all hanging out in the same TeamSpeak channel. Yes, they are, and they're really close friends. They talk every day, and it's really cool to see them running 2, 3, 4 right now with David Shutt leading them.
Okay, he says he's doing good. Hope he's on his pain meds. He's got to be on some happy something right now because he's sitting in third. And you're right, Timothy. Well, he's either got a runny nose or a good running fast car. Either way, guy man's definitely doing it.
It looks like Becky just said he's still one-handed, so that's even more impressive that he's running up there.
Yeah. Forgot what he did. Did he try to cut his hand off or something?
I don't remember. I think it has something to do with his job, but I'm not really sure.
Yeah, you just see right there the like the 82. Again, every time I see a car go diving down on the inside, it seems like that car wants to push up the track. And if somebody's on the outside, well, they're going to have to get out of it.
Yeah, I just don't think that car turned as well as he wanted it to into the corner there. He's running really high, especially with somebody running up on that side. But with 2 laps to go, the main race admin and head admin Justin Gable just announced to the drivers that the pits are closed.
Yep, Dwayne Culberson holds on to the 10th place spot. We'll watch and see if he hangs on to it there, as Anthony is there, but they'll have about another lap or so to go. And actually, Anthony's going to close in on the back end. He might take that 10th place spot away. He does for the moment. Now remember, it's not lap 40 when the green flag flies. It's actually they got to complete lap 40. So they're coming around to take lap 40. They'll do it one more time, and the 10th place car comes across the line. Anthony's got it. Dwayne's there. You got Jared Darling also.
Anthony's going to have a handful holding off both of these guys. Jared Darling looking to the inside. I can't tell if he's there. It's going to be close. No, that might have just given Anthony enough room to keep that spot there, as they're going to be battling down the backstretch into turn 3. But I think Anthony got lucky there with him diving off, or with Jared trying to get under him and holding up Dwayne a little bit. That looks like he's going to give him the 10th spot.
Absolutely. He's coming out of final turns here. Anthony's got it right now. All he's got to do is hang on to it. The caution will fly. I'll put us under here for the stage tonight, as Anthony's going to hang on to it. The battle behind him, though, coming across the line. The caution's going to fly. We're under stage race 1. And only. Oh, okay. Well, I have a lot of that going on. I understand with arthritis. He's a little young, though, but can hit anybody. Yeah, pinched nerves. I know about that, too. Which, actually, I don't wish upon anybody. What I've had is have them go in and cut out a tumor out your head. That crap's up.
Yeah, it sounds like it for sure.
No, not the residual effects afterwards, man. It was so bad. I'm thankful that they got everything and all that stuff, but now I'll walk around like I'm a drunk man all the time.
That's only good if you are drunk, isn't it?
Well, that's what I usually, man, would have thought, but, you know, walk around, the next thing you know, you're out stumbling, looking like what's wrong with you. I'm glad they don't try to put me on a, what's that, the sobriety test, I believe is what it's called. If they pulled me out of the car and tried that, I'd fail it. It'd be over. Tim just called me. Oh.
That's the 80. Tim, the Amazon scheme you're seeing is Dwayne Culberson in the 81. He works for Amazon. So he likes to show his support out there. Yeah.
Okay, which one? Which one are you talking about?
81, Dwayne Culberson.
81, Dwayne. Oh, yeah? I like Amazon now.
Who doesn't?
Hey, they bring presents. Well, folks, since we're in the caution, Tim over here just called me on the phone, and I know he has a broadcast. Let me call him right back. Ethan, your mic is on. I'm going to turn mine off. We're in the caution here. Let me turn this. So he might have an issue, and everybody loves Tim, so give me 1 second.
Well, he left me in a little bit better spot to help commentate here. David Shutt winning the race off pit road. Justin Garris lost a lot of time. I don't know if he missed his pit box or what, but that's going to be really detrimental to Justin and his run. He's still on pit road. I don't know what the issue is there. But David Shutt won the race off pit road. Kyle Putz, Tyler Sifford, Connor Anton, and Josh Robin with a solid pit stop will put him up to sixth. We'll put him up to, fifth, excuse me, not sixth, as they come around into turn 3 catching the pace car. Yeah. All the drivers coming out of turns 3 and 4. Looks like the race leader, James Coulibaly, who I think went through his pit stall. I don't know if he missed it or what. Going to pit this time. Which hands the lead over to David Shutt. They're going to be coming to 1 lap to green, I believe. We'll see as the pace car crosses the line. Yeah, 1 lap to green, so these guys will double file. But Joe's leaving me a little alone for a little bit longer, so hopefully he'll be back soon. Oh, he's back!
Yeah, sorry about that. I was Tim. He gave me a call. And obviously, I try to help him out the best I can.
Sorry about that, guys. I had a little bit of a mic issue there. Not sure what happened. They're going to be side by side for the race lead here. Tyler Sifford looking to the inside of David Schutt for second. Let's see if he can clear him. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. David Schutt's going to have to run down the back straightaway. See if he'll make it 3 wide for the race lead. He wants to, but he's just going to give the bumper to Kyle Putz, give him a good strong draft there. Tyler's looking for somebody to help him, give him a little bit of a bump there, as he's holding his ground on the inside of David Schutt. Got to run. He's getting tight off of turn 4. He's going to clear him. Lachlan McMillan, Dwayne Culverson getting loose off of turn 4. Cars are everywhere. As Tyler Sifford cleared him for a quick moment, but David Schutt getting a strong run with Connor Amp pushing him. As Tyler Sifford going for the race lead with Kyle Putz side by side through turns 1 and 2. David Schutt with the strong run behind Kyle Putz, as they're going to be side by side. Tyler Sifford and David Schutt for second down the back stretch. David Schutt's going to clear, maybe look for the race lead. They're 3 wide for third behind him. John Furness on the inside, Tyler Sifford in the middle, Connor Anton on the high side, Connor backing off. They go back to 2 wide for third, and John Furness with a strong run. He's going to go look for second now as they go down the front stretch. David Schutt still holds the lead for now, but Kyle Putz has something to say about that. They're side by side again for the race lead. Side by side behind them for third as well, John Furness and Tyler Sifford. Kyle Putz almost cleared into turn 3 there. It looks like Jared T. Darling is up there now. He's going to be battling for that 5th spot as John Furness up the track. Oh, big wreck in turn 4. Cars are everywhere. That's a big wreck. Tyler Sifford looks to be involved. I'm pretty sure he went up on his lid a little bit there. I don't think Joe, is here to show a replay of that. That's going to be unfortunate, but big wreck there. Let's see if I can have an accurate representation of what happened here. They're going in turn 4. Contact is made between the 98 of Sifford and the 28 of Furness. And that sent Furness and Sifford up the track, and after the 28 made contact with the wall, he made contact with Sifford, and that just flipped him over, and other cars were involved, unfortunately. The 24 of Bobby Cheney spun, I know, and a couple more cars. The 8 of Josh Robin with some heavy rear-end damage. Brad Bothwell involved. That's going to be a big wreck here on lap 50, just before halfway in the race.
All right, under caution. Again, folks, I apologize, man. I've been a little under weather tonight here also, so. But Ethan here, sidekick, and appreciate you, man, stepping up for me here tonight, man, and that's awesome there. But looks like Tyler Sifford been involved in that one. And I don't know. Might be able to go back on a replay here. See what happened on the replay. We'll watch it here. Oh, he died a virtual death. Yeah, that was a big one. Wow, Bobby Chaney was involved in it too. Oh, that hurt. That was a big one. So yeah, we went back on the replay and watched it there. Yeah, I went back and saw it there for you, Becky. I found it. Yep. Like I say, apologize on it, but yeah, man, just a hard hit there for him, unfortunately. Wow. Yeah, Ethan, man, he's stepping up good for me tonight, man. I'm going to have to buy him a pack of peanuts or something.
I'm trying.
Doing fine, man.
I tried to give my best radio. If I was on the radio, to describe how that happened.
Well, I came back and the picture was on Tyler, and he was sitting in the pits, and I'm going, uh-oh, I guess he was involved. Oh. But, I mean, I'm going to tell you, it's just one of these tracks tonight. These guys, man, are having a hard time. Woo!
Yeah, 53 laps in. Yeah, on lap 53. On the green, it looks like Kyle Putz is your leader. He got around David Shutt before that caution came out. Jared T. Darling in third. Connor Ant in fourth. Kyle Trudell, your top five. Not the typical top five you see here in SRA. Definitely some of them taking advantage of some misfortune of some of the other guys, but definitely an interesting race, and definitely going to see maybe a new winner tonight.
Well, and you say that, and also, too, the new package here in the Cup. I mean, we're 2 weeks in on it, and I think it has just mixed up everything for us there, so. Well, we're going back green, so I don't know what to tell you on that one, Becky. I'm sorry, but kind of looked like, man, I don't know which car it was, but him and them, they got together, and then the next thing you know, Tyler just went boom and just got hit the wall and destroyed. You know, just a racing deal as we're getting set to go back. Green flag, racing Kyle Putz. Right there, David Shutt going to be sitting in second. Connor Anton. Here we go. Back to green. As the green flag's going to fly. Who's going to win this one here? Chaotic night here at Michigan.
They're definitely 3 wide already, right after the start-finish line. Femi a lot on the bottom. They're running the apron. That's a typical Michigan restart there. 3 wide back there for 5th, I believe. Yeah, almost 4 wide. Saw Brett Pancari wanted to make it 4 wide. Not going to work out there. Now they're 2 wide, 1st through 6th.
Yeah, they are 3 wide still back here behind them. Matt Kemp, well, they got that situated. But they're still wanting to mix it up 3 wide. They haven't learned anything, man, from any of these wrecks. But up front, Kyle Putz still the man there. Connor Anton's doing what he needs to do. Now they're side by side there with Femi a lot and whatnot. How you find, Becky?
Connor Anton got a run on Kyle Putz for the race lead there. They're going to be side by side in turn number 1. Oh, maybe a little bit of contact there. They're going to be, like I said, side by side. It's going to be a good battle for their lead.
Yeah, door banging right there a little bit. Trading paints. Kyle Putz says, look, I'm not putting around tonight. David Shutt, man, he's going to scare everybody. He is pushing that guy down the bad stretch. Takes him to the point. Heading into turn 3. Man, this is a battle brawl up front here.
Yes, it is. Looks like Connor Anton going to fall to 3rd behind David Shutt. Kyle Putz retains the race lead. Anthony Emery and Kyle Trudell, I believe, battling back there for 5th. And then single file for a little bit behind them. But a good battle for that 5th place spot here on lap. What lap is it? 56.
56, yeah, a little bit over halfway here. Right now, these guys, man, are doing an outstanding job. Bryce Senesack's right there. Watching this battle. Always called a hornet's nest back there. Bobby Cheney's back in the mix.
He spun out there in that part of that caution with Kylie Stifford. I don't believe he hit
What in
anything.
the
It was
world
an
are you
impressive
eating?
save. I'm sorry, I'm hungry.
What are you eating?
Nothing.
All right, Tim. That's what he tells me every time I catch him eating something. I ain't eating nothing. Okay.
I'm good, but there's bound for the race lead. Ignore me, there's bound for the race lead.
There's always a battle going on somewhere on this track, man. David Shutt, man, up there underneath. Kyle Putz up top. Well, we might want to get something of what you're eating, man. Come on now.
Just a little pretzel bite.
Oh, that sounds good. David Shutt looking like a mean demon up there right now. He's trying to take this lead away from Kyle Putz. Telling you, the guy, man, says I ain't putting around no more. But I tell you, David Shutt has other ideas behind him. Femi a lot, though, along with Connor Anton. They're battling.
Yeah, these two guys battling for the race lead have put on a great show for us all night. They've been racing hard and clean. Femi a lot trying to clear Connor Anton for third. Not gonna do. Oh, maybe. Yes, he does. He's gonna slide up right in front of him. Kyle Trudell is gonna try to take the stack up from Connor and translate that into his own momentum. Look to get under him as they go to turn 3, but Kyle Putz and David Shutt still side by side through turns 3 and 4.
Yes, they are. Door to door. Oh, man, we got a car up into the wall. It's a big one in the back again.
Tommy Gossett and the 37 of Brett Fincare.
And that car did a violent turn to the left. Let's go and watch the replay because it just was like, I don't know if he had help or if that thing just got wicked loose. He was in the middle of the turn. He's at a tri-oval.
A lot of these cars have been getting loose in 3 and 4 tonight. I mean, we've seen David Shutt do it at the beginning of the race, Ariati, Tommy Gossett, and then
let's
Greg
watch
Furness
right
as
here.
well.
He was in turn 2, coming out of turn 2, and as he came out of the turn, actually come down into turn 3 is when it happened. I don't know if he had help, man, going in, but that thing turned violently left, but we're going to watch right here. He's heading off into turn 3. Let's see what happens to him. No, he just lost it. Tried to correct, and that thing just went violent left to him, and unfortunately, the Budweiser man nowhere to go, and we got everybody going through the grass mowing that thing.
Oh, a late dive by the leader, David Shutt, on the pit road, and that's going to lead the whole field down.
Everybody's going down there. Woo! 4 tires and fuel.
I'd imagine that it hasn't been that long. Hasn't been that long on tires, though. Some of these guys might try to take 2.
Yeah. It definitely would loosen the car up a little bit. Oh, Shutt overshoots his pit, so does Kyle Putz. That's going to hurt.
And Femi a lot.
Oh, excuse me, Femi a lot did, my bad. Shutt got it right, so he might be okay, but yeah, Kyle Putz, Femi, both overshot their pits, and David Shutt's going to capitalize on that one. So is the other Kyle Trudell.
Hey, he gained a couple spots to come out second. Anthony Emery. I believe he might have taken 2 tires there. Up to
No,
third.
everybody took 4.
Oh, you're right. My apologies.
Well, what happened there was, like I say, Kyle and Femi, they both overshot their pits, and when they did, obviously you lose a lot of time there because you got to back up and get back right. So, they went from 1 and 2 or up there top 3 all the way back to 6 and 7.
Riley Wine's going to benefit. He's up to 4-0. Not really sure where Connor Anton's going, but I believe Riley Wine should be 4th.
Yeah, Riley Wine. Yep. A nice looking car too. It's kind of a throwback Coke machine.
It does look like a throwback. I don't think it is.
Caffeine free. It's caffeine free. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. But it does look like a throwback.
Looks good.
Coke. Because I can. Okay. Did it because he can. All right. Well, Ethan's done eating his pretzels. Hopefully we're done making pretzels out of cars out here.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Hey, get this race underway for 60 laps in on lap 61 right now. Got 40 laps to go. These cars can make it on fuel now, so I would imagine they're going to be going to the end of the race on this set of
You'll get
tires.
another caution.
If it goes green, but there is a significant chance of another caution, yeah.
Yeah. Want to bet a pretzel on it?
Nah, I think you got the better end of the bet on that one.
All right. Good deal. David Shutt. He's out front, though. Maybe he's just scaring the field. That's what it is.
It's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be fun. Kyle Putz lost to get him on the spots. Connor Anton did too. Kyle really in trouble there, followed all the way back to 6th. It'll be fun to see him try to make his way back up through the field and get past Shutt on in these last 40 laps.
I don't know what in the world my dog is over there doing, but he is eating. Trying to die while he's eating.
Well, that's not good.
I don't know. Just, I got some crazy dogs. That's all I'm saying. I guess ain't as bad as man Tyler's crazy squirrel he got on the hood.
One to go.
Going back green. All right, look, folks. Y'all blame Ethan, man. He's the one keeping me straight tonight. Usually I'll be like getting all crazy and stuff, but he'd be always talking about concentrate on the race, Joe.
Well, you got to be here for me to keep you in line.
I know. Terrible. Actually, I got to be here so you can keep me in line. How's that? Oh, man. David Shutt, you're right. The man out front, Kyle Trudell, sitting in second. Gonna throw some truth on us out there. Yeah, bow wow. Bow wow, yippee-yay. Bow wow. Bow wow.
Hey, you're not wrong there, Kimo.
You know what that song is? You remember that song?
What song, sorry?
Back in the days, rap music. Crazy dogs. That's right. It's crazy dog, man. I got some crazy mutts over here. Lights off on the pace car. We got going by green flag. We got a bunch of crazies on the track here tonight here at SRA SpeedShop.com Cup Series. These guys are about to throw some speed down right now as the pace car's in. Green flag's about to fly. David Shutt up there. See if he's probably playing the little games. No, he says forget about it. I'm going to launch this thing and then gone.
Connor ain't getting a good restart as expected. Kyle Putz with a strong restart there too. He's going to be up to 4th before they even get into turn 1, but Connor Anton helped pushing his teammate Tyler, or not Tyler, I don't know where I'm getting that from. David Shutt into the lead, and they're going to have about half a car length back to 3rd, where Kyle Putz is putting pressure on Kyle Trudell.
Absolutely it is. Side-by-side racing. Here comes Connor Anton. Puts the boot to the back end, and David Shutt pushes him into turn 3. They're 3 wide up front, though. Here comes the 11. Femi a lot. He is up there, man, and looking good.
Yeah, contact Jared Darling getting loose off of turn 4. He's going to keep it straight. Nice save there. Femi a lot with the aggressive move, making it 3 wide, and he's going to go up to 4th, maybe even 3rd. Now as him and Kyle Putz are going to be side-by-side into the corner.
Boy, Femi looking pretty fem upside right there as he takes that thing to the inside of Connor Anton, holding it on. He's got the Rainbow Warrior, man, rolling. Look at that. He's going to pull up on the back end of David, see if he can't get a shotgun into the turn. He might be able to make it stick.
Yeah, Femi's looking like the driver of that Rainbow Warrior car, and if you're an old-school NASCAR fan, I'd look away if I were you. That's the Rainbow Warrior paint scheme on a Toyota. I'm sure that's going to not please some people, but that Rainbow Warrior, that DuPont, I'm struggling tonight, Joe. That DuPont Toyota Camry's out
like
front
me.
now.
That sound like me. Hey, check it out, 6th place man, Lachlan McMillan. Man's got fries and Coke. He's bringing it to, well, actually, he does have Coke. Look behind him. He's got Riley Waynes on the back, so we got Big Mac and Coke heading to the front.
Yeah, they're trying to get around Anthony Emery and Kyle Trudell. as they go into turn 3 and 4.
Well, that's a good combination right there, man. Who don't like Big Macs and Cokes? You don't like that, you ain't American. You ain't American, man. You ain't American. Get out of America. There. We just made that known.
That was a lot of words at once.
None of it meant nothing about anything, either.
Michael McPhillips still trying to get around Anthony Emery. Anthony Emery, they're going to have that preferred lane. He's going to get a run off of turn 2 down the backstretch. Going to clear Lachlan for now.
I will say this. Lachlan's looking pretty good up in the 7th place spot. He's got Mobile 1 in front of him now. That's not a combination you want. You don't want no motor oil and a Big Mac, okay?
What if you're working on your car and you're hungry?
Yeah, I guess that might work.
Side by side for second. Kyle puts the run on David Shutt. They're going to be side by side for second, like I said. Fimio Lott. Oh, David Shutt with the strong run on the outside. David Shutt's going to have a run at Fimio Lott for the race lead now.
Yeah, he ain't scared. David said that's why they call me the Nightmare. He said, I own this place right now. He has got the high line. And I'm going to tell you, Fimi's going to have to try to figure something out on the low line. Can't get it done. Battle for the lead. We still got a battle going on back here for 6. Now, we got battles all over the place.
Yeah, we do. No lack of racing here. That's probably about the farthest we've seen the leaders get away from this pack, and Connor Ant's starting to close up on them, make that a 4-car battle for the race lead, and we got just 33 laps to go as David Shutt clears Femi a lot for the race lead, and it's Kyle Putz's turn to get around Femi.
Absolutely. Here comes Femi to the high side. He's going to see what he can do. Use the draft off of David. He'll motor right on by, Kyle will. He'll motor right on by Femi a lot. Here comes Connor Anton. Everybody's kind of single file. You got to go back here to Lachlan McMillan and them. And Anthony Emery right there. Riley Wayne's in the mix. They're all side by side racing.
And Justin Garrett sitting right behind them. They're 2 by 2 for, I believe that is 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. With Bryce Sidisek running up your top 10 back there. And these guys are definitely putting on a show. They're going to be side by side still through turns 1 and 2.
Always love saying it. Bryce Sidisek, the 09 machines and the 09 design. He's right now in the 10th place. He's 1 spot away from the 09 spot. So give him the 999 right there. If he can get 1 more spot ahead and get around Riley Wayne's. Kind of cool, huh?
Yes, it is. And
now,
it's going to be Justin Garrett's turn to make
better.
it.
Here's what would be better. If he had 666.
Oh, loud that. Okay.
You ain't never heard of rap group?
Can't say I have, apparently, no.
Oh, man, folks, I'm trying, man, I'm trying. I'm telling you.
If it was on a cassette, Joe, the odds are low.
36 Mafia. Ain't on no cassette. No CD. No. How about iPod? You know what that is?
I had an iPod. I'm not that young. Come on.
Well, I'm just saying. No. Good race so far, though, man. David Shutt still leading it. Everybody going to try to fan out single file right now. Maybe calm down a little bit. We're lap 71 into 100 here. Nice so far.
Yeah, field's starting to spread out as we get longer into this run. Some people might be trying to save tires a little bit. Some may just have some damage. And these guys back here towards the back half of the top 10, 6th, 7th, 8th, they're right on each other. And that's the same way up in first and second as Kyle Putt still putting pressure on David Shutt.
I had an 8-track, by the way, Chemo. There you go, man. I remember those days, back in 8-track days, and making our little mix tapes and stuff. Ethan talking about it. You don't know nothing about no cassette tape. You really don't know nothing about no cassette tape?
I've seen them before. I mean, my dad had some, but other than that.
How old are you?
I'm 17. We've been over this, Joe.
That's right. You've been born like, what, 2000, wasn't you? 01?
2002, but close.
Jeez almighty, man. I've been married longer than you've been alive. Holy cow. Man. No. I told you, folks, I go from one spectrum to the other. I work with Moses, now I'm working with child care.
You're just mad you're not as young and vibrant as I am.
Young. I don't know about the vibrant part. Maybe a little bit weird.
Tyler, good to see Tyler Sifford back out there logging laps, trying to salvage this rough day it's been for him after flipping over.
Well, you know, you got to get points. I mean, that's the thing. It's like Jake. Jake's still out there. He's one lap down. He's trucking along, just riding around, cruising, minding his own business. That's kind of what he was doing up front. And the next thing he knew, he was in the wall. But here comes the pack. They're going to run him down. David Schutt's up there. Kyle Putz. Well, it's been a good one so far. Everybody's kind of, singled out, kind of calm right now.
And if we get a caution soon enough, Jake will be that lucky dog, get back on the lead lap. I don't know for how long. I know that damage is really making him struggle throughout this race, and we still got just under 37 laps to go.
Fixing to say, look, where's your math at?
I'm struggling tonight. I apologize.
Man, I tell you what, I thought I was the one that had to break out the calculator every once in a while. Y'all guys, man, y'all supposed to know this stuff. Click, click, click. Y'all got that complex, formulated math.
You're starting to get spread out here, like you said. Really reminiscent of the real-life 2019 NASCAR package. Not exactly what we expected, but these guys, as the field thinning out, the closeness and the pack racing of these guys are starting to thin out too. I see that, Chemo.
I'm sorry, I had to laugh at that one. You know what? You are right, Chemo. He is kind of underage, so I guess it would be. But anyway, David Schutt is still out front leading Kyle Putz. I tell you what, it's no dull moment here. And we love having fun. Talking about fun, hey, let's do this, man. Might as well. Let's go in, done it high and wide. We call it the Blimpie Camp. Everybody likes Blimpie? Ethan, you like Blimpie?
Yes, we've been over this before.
Okay, I gotta ask every time. Don't sound like, man, it's a disappointment, man. How in the world are you gonna sit and say, man, you like Blimpie, and be like, yeah, it's all right. Come on now, you sound like a sour.
The same old corny joke.
Oh, okay. Well then, all right. Let me throw this one out here at you then.
Oh no, what have I done?
Let me throw this one out here at you. I want to see Ethan Kurtz tonight walk up, tap his mama on his shoulder.
Yeah, we're not doing this one again.
And whisper in the ear and say, Mama, you're starting to look a little blimpy. Just thought I'd tell you, have a nice night. Now, if we don't see Ethan next week, we know what happened. That's
if you want to do
Blimpie
these
challenge.
races by yourself, all you have to do is tell me.
I'm just saying, that would be the Blimpie challenge for the week, folks. But hey, it's OSRNetwork's own Blimpie Camp. Gives you a good perspective of the facility, just how far apart these guys are. You're home for fun and exciting sim racing. There you go. And see, there you go. Threw you out a challenge. Something different from the corny guy. Wow. Corny joke. Really? They love it. Man.
They're just too afraid to tell you they don't.
Hey, I asked them one time, do you want me to stop? Here's the thing. I actually went through a whole race without even saying anything about it. They brought it up, not me.
They did. That's a good point. I noticed that.
See? I'll go through the whole race, don't even say not a word about it. Meaning to, they'll bring it up, not me. See? They love it. You young kids today, man, I'm telling you what. Y'all a bunch of blimpies.
Getting back on the subject of racing, Kyle Trudell really loose off of turn 4. I mean, a lot gotten around Kyle Putz. That's what I was originally going to say, but Kyle Trudell with a nice save there as they come around to take lap 79.
Absolutely. Femi a lot, though. He's taking the lead over. Well, not so fast, David says. He's going to power motor back on the outside. There's a good one up front here, and I think that's what these guys are going to try to do. We're getting to the closing laps, 20 to go here.
Kyle Putz getting right. Oh, screwdriver. Kyle Putz getting right back around Timmy a lot for second as they're trying to maybe do that little bit of a IndyCar style of drafting and do that bunny hop where they keep passing each other and closing on that leader.
The Nightbot actually comes up, just to answer your question out there, the Nightbot actually comes up the more y'all chat. It's a time type thing. I think I got it like every 10 minutes or so, but how much do I think I'm worth? I don't know, about 350. I'm about 350 and we're good. How's that? And I tell you what, look, I look at it this way. If somebody wants to donate, they can. I don't ever really ask for it or expect it. If you want to, great. If you don't, I enjoy you coming here either way. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the thumbs up button. Oh, by the way, if you don't like it, there's a little thumbs down button. And I still appreciate you taking your busy time out of your busy life to come and be a hater. Thank you, and appreciate you stopping by. Now, back to the race.
Kyle Putson gained a little bit of ground on David Shutt there. It looks like he's getting that run with a draft from the leader down the backstretch, closing up into turn 3. I don't know if he's just getting tighter or what, but he starts to lose that ground a little bit through the corner.
Absolutely. David Shutt's looking pretty good. Kyle Putz and Femi a lot right there. Connor Anton sitting in 4th. Lachlan McMillan up in the 5th. Anthony Emery, he's sitting in the 6th. Justin Garrett's having a good run. He's back up to 7th.
Yes, he is. He's been quiet all night. He fell back under that last caution. He stayed on pit road for a little bit longer and fell to the back. He's started to make his way up through the field the longer we get into this run. We're under 20 laps to go now.
Ethan said, trying to tighten mine up. I hear you, man. That's a good one so far. Riley Waynes and Bryce Senesack, yeah, you talk about the night box too. It'll probably start clicking more too, because when Tim starts streaming on the same channel, it actually goes off of the chat off of his side too. So that's why it's popping up even more. Somehow that's how that crap works, man. I don't know. It's weird.
Technology mystifies the old people. We got a three car battle for the race lead. Kyle Pitts got to the outside of David Shutt into turn 1 there, and as he's going to clear, the top 3 is going to go back to being single file out of turn 2. David Shutt might be doing a little bit of blocking there, trying to break the draft maybe as they go down the backstretch into turn 3. As the top 3 is definitely closed up, and 4th and 5th are really close behind them, as we're going to get a good battle for the finish here.
Yes, we are. Things are heating up front here as we're at lap 83 of 100. We got about 17 to go. Going to be 16 as across the line. David Shutt, I think right now in the position he's in, I don't know 100% if that's the spot that I would want to be in. And obviously right now sees Kyle Putz go up underneath. I think I'd rather be the 2nd or 3rd place man in line going towards the last laps.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. Side by side, David Shutt with the strong run off turn 2 again. I haven't had enough practice on this package to know where I'd rather be. First is great and all, and if you can block, if you can make those big blocks and are confident doing it and can execute it correctly, I'd rather be in first. But the odds of him lifting as soon as you block are very low, and you could be facing that inside wall very shortly.
Oh, no doubt about it. Looking pretty good so far. So here we go. Right. All right, David Shutt, man, right there, looking pretty good. Kyle Putz, the man in 2nd. Femi a lot sitting in 3rd. Connor Anton, sorry about that, had to do something out there on chat. Lachlan McMillan sitting in 5th.
Yeah, and like I said, those top 5 still getting closer and closer, trying to make that way for the win. Lap car Tyler Sifford, I believe that is, getting out of the way for them.
Yep.
Logging laps still is these cars. 4th and 5th are really close together, and so is 2nd and 1st. Definitely going to be interesting to see if Femi can take advantage of those 2 battling, and if the 5th, 4th, and 5th guys can get back up there and have their say in it.
Well, the 2 things I always point out: one, we're about 14 laps into this thing right now. Business is about to pick up, and usually say run what you brung here. But the last lap puts an end to it in iRacing, obviously. But with 5 to go on iRacing platform, usually 5 or less to go, if a caution was to fly, that would put an end to it, because there is no, green-white checkered here.
There's not, and that's something, not necessarily a bad thing, but definitely something these guys are going to keep in the minds of. And I think that's when you're definitely going to see the hard racing start. They've been racing hard all day, but definitely going to see it pick up in that last 5 laps, because like you said, they know if that caution comes out, it's going to be race over.
Yep, Lachlan McMillan, he pulls up on the back tailgate there. Connor Anton, you've now we've went from about 3 or 4 cars up front battling to almost looking like we might end up with about 8 or 9 here soon.
Yeah, definitely Anthony Emery, Kyle Trudell, Justin Garris, Riley Wine starting to sneak up there. Riley Wine sitting in 9th. That whole top 10 is definitely starting to creep up. Bryson in 2nd, 10th, sitting back there, maybe maybe getting ready for a last lap push or last end of the race push.
That's to confuse you, Oliver. That's what it is. I like mixing it up a little bit.
I don't even want to know what he's talking about, but
One of the camera angles was flipped upside down. I noticed it in one of the packs that I had, so. Well, alright. I kind of heard enough of that. Like I said, don't mind people, man, chatting and whatnot. My chat, my rules, my channel. There you go. All right, let's finish this thing off, man, because we're going to have about 10 laps to go here.
Yeah, coming to 11 laps to go. The top five spread out a little bit, actually. I'm kind of surprised by that. I don't know if they're all pulling their tires off the last 10 laps of this race, but spread out a little bit. The rest of the top 10 sneaking up. Definitely letting them know they're there, but getting ready to make that push.
Oh, no doubt about it. David Shutt still holding these guys off. Kyle Putz right behind them. Bimmy Alod sitting in third. Connor Anton the fourth. Lachlan McMillan sitting in fifth. And Anthony Emery. All these guys, I think, right now are maybe just trying to figure out what's the best way to do it. I mean, you know, they kind of look like they're a little patient. They're actually a little spread out more than what we've seen all night long.
Yeah, I'm kind of, like I said, I'm kind of surprised by this. David Shutt looks like he's trying to do some IndyCar tactics there, trying to break the draft. Lessen the run these guys are getting on him. That's something these leaders are going to do. You know, we may think they're blocking, but that's actually what they're doing. They're just trying to not have that draft. And these cars punch such a big hole in the air. Draft is really important. If they all go to the bottom there and try to break that draft. And Kyle Putz got a good run into turn one. Let's see if he can do anything with it.
It's an absolutely great race. It has been all race long. And I knew it would be coming into Michigan. From what I've seen from the last race we did here, it definitely was an awesome run. As you can see now, these guys are coming to closing in. They're going to use that draft over here as look at Kyle Putz push to the back end there. David Shutt, he can get to that back end. I got a feeling we're going to see a last lap shootout here.
Yeah, I think Kyle Putz might agree with you. I think he might rather be in second, or else I think he'd try to take the lead there. But that allowed the field to close up a little bit. Femi Olot trying to get some clean air on that nose. That's a struggle these guys have been dealing with for a while now, is clean air versus dirty air. And you want the draft, but you don't want it in the corner. And he's doing a good job fighting that and trying to get back up there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Now, the one thing I do say about this track would be a lot different than what maybe a Daytona or Talladega would be, is the fact is, you really wouldn't need help to pass somebody here. You could get it done on your own. Now, on a plate track race, just try to step out. Then again, and the new package might be a lot different. We'll just have to see. But I'm going to say in the old one, if you stepped out, you got to have a lot of help. Here, you pretty much can get it done by yourself.
Yeah, it definitely is. These guys starting to pack up. 7 cars in this little lead pack right here, all single file for now. You see them take it a little bit out half lane. Oh, contact there at the 44 and the 16. Let's see if Lachlan can save it.
Yeah,
maybe.
I saw it.
Nice save by the 16 there.
Wow.
Keep us under green.
Well, that's what you call some slide Mac attack right there. Wow. David Shutt still leading it, though. Kyle Putz is right there. Now, there's about a couple car lengths between them, and I think that's by design. I think what Kyle... Now, we've been out for 33 laps. At some point, the tires are... Well, we got a car around the 44. Anthony Emery. That's going to pull caution, but it's not going to be over with. Let's go back on the replay here and see what we got. We're not going to end it, though, with that.
No, we're going to have a 2-lap shootout, maybe. I believe it might be a green-white checkered. We said they don't have them, but they might fall naturally here, and I think that's what we're going to get.
It's about the closest you'd ever get to a green-white checkered. What's what Anthony? Oh, everybody got checked up. Anthony kind of just went into the turn. He's the one got in the back end of Lachlan McMillan. They got checked up a little bit. And then the next turn following right after that. Let's see what happened here. They go into the turn. Here we go.
It looked to me like it happened on the front stretch. I don't know if Emery was trying to block or what, but Justin trying to get around him, and Anthony Emery moved up the track, and he just wasn't clear. And Justin caught the tail end of that 44.
Oh, yeah, they just both got into each other. See it right there. Boom. Over with.
Well, this is going to be an interesting strategy call. These guys, it's going to be interesting to see how these guys react to this caution late in the race. If they come pit for tires, it's been such a long time. It's difficult to tell. And, you know,
do you think you're going to come into pits now?
I don't know. There's how many people left? 19 cars in the lead lap. They know most of some of them have damage. It'll be an interesting call. I think they're going to pit. I just don't know if it's going to be... I think some people are going to take 2. Maybe a couple guys towards the back try to stay out and get a good finish. Everybody pit. The first car to stay out, Connor Anton. That's going to be interesting.
Wow.
Looks like the rest of the field pits. That's not going to be good for Connor.
Yeah,
I think... he's going to get swallowed up here on this restart.
Let me ask you a question. You're a racer there. I mean, would you have pitted?
No, I don't think I would have been as far up as some of these guys, but I definitely would have pitted. It looks like Stephanie might have stayed out too. Yeah, Stephanie Lessentine stayed out too.
Femi a lot though. Femi a lot came in the pits, but he overshot his pit and is not going to be able to make a pit stop. So he had to just go on through. I don't think this is a bad move by Connor and Stephanie, but there again, we'll have to see.
If it was a 1-lap shootout, I'd agree, but this is
I think it's going to be
something like 2 laps.
Is it going to be 2?
It's going to be 2.
Okay, all right, yeah. But I'd love to see.
Catastrophe for Putz. He missed his pit stall a lot.
Yeah.
Everybody took 4 tires, but I don't know. I don't think Kyle pit at all. I think
Femi a lot didn't either. Femi couldn't. Femi actually overshot his pit. Kyle wasn't able to do it, so yeah. But I do apologize, folks, to the people out there in the chat and deleting. I appreciate Chemo Man stepping up as a moderator out there. I guess it's some people who love watching racing.
Yeah, and I'm just really interested to see how this race is going to go. I don't know if Putz is going to pit again and try to work his way up through the field. I can't imagine he would. Same with Femi. I think they've laid they're going to have to deal with what they've done. It looks like Kyle might. No, Kyle's going to stay out.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Stephanie obviously was in the back of the pack March. She really probably has not a lot to lose at this point. Connor was kind of up front. Not sure on that end with him, but it could pay off. Obviously, we could go green, then a caution come right back out, and hey, they look like $1 million up front. But then again, they could come out of here with a better finish than what they had.
Yeah, Stephanie, I definitely would have done what Stephanie did if I was in her shoes. I don't know about Connor. He's running 4th or 5th, I think. It's just going to be interesting. I don't know, though. Kyle Putz, I think, is definitely in trouble. Cars with tires in front of him. David Shutter with 4 tires, and Kyle's just got none. I definitely think he's in trouble here. But with these front 3, it's going to be interesting. I think Stephanie made the right call, but I don't know about these other 2.
Oh, yeah. Well, Nation, I'll tell you, too, because I know you're part of that bunch over there also, man. Be cool or, well, you'll be following them. Well, we're getting set here to end this one. Either way, caution or not, we're going to put the final time on this one here at Michigan tonight for the SimSpeedShop.com Cup Series here for the SRA. It has been a good one in Michigan, just like I kind of thought it would be with this new package here on the Cup machine. I've had a ball here.
Yeah, it's been a good race, fun to watch. It started out a little bit slow with a couple cautions, but they've definitely picked it up, and I think we're definitely going to see a good finish. I think Connor's banking on a caution. We've had a couple cautions on these restarts, and I think that's what he's going to be hoping for. We'll see here. The lights on the pace car go out. That'll be the key to say 1 to green, and we'll be getting a green-white checkered, or if it's going to be a 1-lap shootout. The lights are out.
Yep,
it's going to be a green-white checkered.
Whew. Gonna be a wild one. Yeah, they're going to go around here. They'll get the green, then they'll get the white. Wow. So now, under white flag, let me just throw this out to the folks out there. If you're new to it, new to iRacing, new to anything, Under white flag, if there is a call, well, there will not be a caution that flies. Because iRacing will not throw a caution. So if there's a huge wreck or anything like that, forget about it. There won't be a caution. So once that white flag does go in the air, but if a caution flies before then, yes, it is over with.
Yeah, they got to make it 2 miles back around to the start finish, and then we'll go green to the end. But that's going to be an interesting thing to see. These 4 cars, I believe it is, without fresh tires. It's going to be interesting to see if they can keep the car under them. It's going to be difficult. They're on 38-lap-old tires, so definitely going to be a challenge. But if anybody can do it, it's these 4 guys.
Oh, no doubt about it. Right now, Connor Anton is the man out front. Stephanie Lessentine there in second. Femi Alot's in third. David Schutt's up to fourth. Justin Garrett's to fifth. As we get set, here's a pace car for the final time here at Michigan. Is going to bring him around to turn number 4. We're getting set here to go green flag racing here tonight. Going to be a good one here. Pace cars out of 4. Going to take that hard left turn off on pit road. Don't want to spin the tires up front. That would be disastrous for the 2 up there. That's what they have to be mindful for. As they are just, it's going to be slow. Stephanie looks like she did spin the tires a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit there. That's going to maybe cost her. David Schutt with a good restart, getting clear. See if he's going to find a way around Femi. He will eventually. It's just a matter of when and how hard he gets checked up, and that's definitely what Connor wants to see. Connor wants to see those guys held up behind Femi, as that's going to give him some space. But Femi with the strong run. David Schutt with the strong run out of turn 2 as well. See if Connor Anton tries to block him here, if he just accepts it. Going to take the bump from Femi as they go off into turn 3, still clear, but it's going to be a good battle through 3 and 4 coming back to the white flag.
And I think that's what you want to see, but here comes David Schutt to the inside. He is going to take that thing 3 wide right here. Kyle Putt's nothing he can do on the older tires. He's just going to fall back to the back, or Connor Anton's going to fall back to the back. White flags in the air. Final time. We are 2 wide up front for the lead. David Schutt goes back to the point. Justin Garris right there to the lead. It's going to be a good one.
It is Riley Wines right behind him. He came out of nowhere in turn 4. He's going to push David Schutt down the backstretch. Try to make it 3 wide. It looks like contact between him and the 53. 07's going to go spinning. So is Justin Garris, picking up a lot of the field, and that pretty much solidified the win for David Schutt.
Yes, it did. David Schutt's going to win it, coming out of turn number 4 for the final time. They are still wrecking out of 4, tearing these cars all to pieces. You want to talk about a chaotic in the back. Wow. I'm going to have to go back on the replay here on the second place finish right here. Let me go back and watch, because I do believe Connor Anton actually pulled this thing off into second place, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he finished 4th.
Finished 4th. So Delonte
Ballard with a 3rd place finish, coming out of nowhere on that final lap.
Wow. Let's go back here. I mean, it was chaotic on the end here, but let's go back to Delonte Ballard and watch it. Yeah, this was just wild. To decipher, because Delonte Ballard on the backstretch was way, way behind these guys. But going into turn 3, they were right there wrecking. You saw it, Justin Garrison, and then Delonte Ballard just hammered down, and he kept coming. In turn 3, he was on the bottom side. They were smashing the wall behind him. He went door to door with the 41 to the line. Got him by a nose right there. Wow.
Yeah, that's a heck of a finish. Surprised there. I can't say I was expecting coming to the white flag to see Bryce Sinisek and Delonte Ballard in 2nd and 3rd, but hey, that's where they finished.
Man, like I said, we just had to go back on the replay there and decipher what happened, because there was a lot going on that one there. But Delonte Ballard's going to end up here in 3rd. Bryce Sinisek's going to put it up here in 2nd. And that man David Schutt's going to hang on for the win, and a thriller. I mean, a thriller. Delonte was like way, way back in the back there at the end. We'll find David Schutt right fast.
I got him.
Okay. All right. bring these guys up here and get a word with them here. Let's bring up the man, third place man out of nowhere, Delonte Ballard.
7.
Oh, well, Delonte Ballard, I know I was surprised to see you finishing third. I'm sure you were too. What was your perspective on that last lap?
I don't even know. I'm not even prepared for this interview, as everybody's seen at the beginning of the race. I thought my race is done. I don't know. It was weird. Holes was just opening it up for me, and I was just sticking my car there. A lot of people took 2 tires, and 2 people stayed out. A few people took 2 tires. So my car was just hooked up. It was just letting me stay in whatever lane I wanted to be in. So whenever they was opening up holes, I was just taking them.
Hey, like you said, after that first wreck earlier with you involved, you said you were done. How bad is the damage? Was that affecting your car at all?
Oh yeah, we had aero issues. I could hang as long as somebody was on my back bumper and I was like behind and tucked in somebody, pretty much like a typical super speedway. But after that and the tires were off, they were gone. I couldn't do anything.
Yeah, well, a third place finish. Anybody you'd like to thank?
Of course, thank you guys. Everybody in the chat. I was trying to have a little fun while we was under caution, but I guess that bit me. But I guess at the end of the day, it worked out for me. Sim Speed Shots and Twitch.tv/Slam for being on the car. Everybody at Topanga Motorsports. I guess I got the best finish out of all my teammates. I hate it for those guys, especially Jake. I kind of put the blame on myself for that incident. If I would have never pushed Connor up there to the lead, then it would probably never happen. But racing, I mean, that's how it is. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. All my sponsors and everybody, thank you for sticking through it.
Oh, congrats on a third place finish. Hope to see you do well next week.
All right, guys, thanks.
Well, right there you go, man. He came up in, just out of nowhere, up into third place right there. My hats off. It was a wild one. That was, like you said, he wasn't even prepared for it. Well, Bryce Sinisak pulling off second place here tonight.
Good job. Bryce Sinisak. I'm sure I'm going to ask you the same question I did Delonte. I know I wasn't expecting you to see in second place after this race. What was your perspective there on that last lap?
I don't know. I'm speechless. I was kind of hesitant on. We were all talking down there like, hey, let's just take 2 tires, try and get ourselves track position. And I know, Joe probably knows from last Wednesday, I took a 2-tire call to. I was in this with the same track and car combination, and I was gonna have myself a win if I didn't get wrecked under caution. But we all thought about it. I think 2 or 3 of us took 4 tires though, and I know Bobby, he took 2 tires and kind of risked it, but we just had, it was too many laps under green to take 2 tires, so I kind of just had to gun in, see how I could get. I came out of 4 to take the white flag, and I just had a huge run on like 5 guys. I knew I had to try and make something happen, and same as like last night's race, just they all started wrecking and you gotta try and just avoid all of it, so I just pretty much drove through it all and hoped for the best.
Hey, you were kind of quiet all night. We never really saw you up there towards the front. You were running top 10 the whole race, though. How was the race for you back there? I wish we could have talked about you more. We just weren't expecting you to be up here. That's good, but how did your whole race go besides that last lap?
Basically, just seeing how practice went, it seemed like it was quite a slick track, and I'm not a huge fan of these repaved tracks when you have a loose race car, just because like you don't really have any of these bumps to create to kind of help predict what the car's going to do. So you had a smooth track like this and it gets loose, it's a little hard to predict, kind of why you saw those wrecks early on. But with those, I think I got up to like 10th or something after those 2 cautions, and it got a little bit crazy towards the front, so I put like twice under one of the cautions to just hang back, and it's kind of the wrong call because we ended up going green and missed out on stage points and didn't really have anything for those guys. But before that last caution, though, like I was gonna be happy with like a 10th or a 9th, because I think Riley, I don't think he was gonna make it on field. He was saying he was short, and I was about 3-4 laps to the good, so I was gonna be happy with 9th. So, like, for in this league, if I get top 10, that's like a good solid day. I'll take it. But coming home with the 2nd place ties my best ever in this league, so it's like right up there. It's a great day.
Hey, I'm sure it was. You're obviously ecstatic about a 2nd place finish. You have to thank for it.
And of course, gotta thank you guys for doing the broadcast stuff is awesome. Look back to watch. Thank Bobby for all he does, bring this league together. The admins for they do the best they can to make sure things are played fair, and yeah, just awesome race.
Yeah, well, congrats on a second place finish. Hopefully you can carry some of this momentum into next week.
And we'll try. That's quite a hard task, but hopefully we can just carry these top 10s and hopefully we'll get somewhere up there.
Second place, man, Bryce Sinisak doing an awesome job in the 09 machine, the 09 design. Awesome, man, run for him. Well, this guy here dominated most of the race. He was out front a lot of it here. David Shutt, you the booth, got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Man, David, I tell you what a wild one up front. What was your feeling going through those final laps? I mean, there was cars everywhere.
I was the first guy in 4 tires, so I felt confident there. Honestly, I was worried the most about Connor and Femi blocking me and getting in a wreck there, but that didn't happen, and came away with the win.
Oh, no doubt. Call you Nightmare. You definitely was putting a scare job on him up there. It looked good, too. Now, I gotta ask, was it better to be in the lead or be in second? I mean, obviously you were in the lead at the end, but I mean, how do you feel that could have played off there at the end? I mean, was it better to maybe the draft wise here?
I was in the front most of the race, so I didn't really get a great feeling when it was like back in the pack. But it felt really good up front. Really stable. I really didn't have anything to complain about except obviously the second place car gets a huge run. So Putz was working with me there, just saving our tires, saving gas there, and yeah, it was a good race.
No doubt about it. Definitely been an outstanding run for you tonight here. Well, you gonna leave here? You got anybody you want to shout out?
Yep, I'd like to thank Bobby Cheney, all he does for SRA, you guys up in the booth, and V2 Designs for painting the car up.
There you go. Well, I tell you what, man, David Shutt putting a win here tonight. Again, congratulations.
Thanks, Joe.
All right, I tell you, that was an awesome run for him there tonight. Let's get the unofficial results order here. As tonight, David Shutt puts it in victory lane. Bryce in the second, Delonte Ballard the third, Connor Anton fourth, Kyle Trudell the fifth, Emmy Alott the sixth, Bobby Cheney seventh, Dwayne Culberson the eighth, Brad Boswell the ninth, and Lachlan McMillan rounds the top 10 as we look to the rest of the field. What a wild one here to finish this one at Michigan.
Yeah, definitely. We had some action in the late race there that put on a good show for us, and it was an interesting race to say the least throughout this whole race, and it'll definitely be interesting to see how that translates into going into next